obviously only a couple more weeks to go in the season. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride so far, but are you still positive and optimistic looking forward to these last 3 weeks?
Yeah, definitely. We got a lot out of this season, and it is what it is this season with the results, I suppose. But it's we've had a lot of opportunities to win games, and we've had those 3 close games, and if we get those, then we're probably sitting in the 8. So it's an interesting season, but I think that the benefit is the kids that have come through and got opportunities. I think of Holly Cooper and her development and a chance to play on Ash Riddell on the weekend, and she learnt so much from that game, and you can't buy that sort of learning.
Obviously, the final result, if you look at it in isolation, it's probably not what you wanted, but when you take into consideration, I think leading inside 50s, I think it was some of the contested ball maybe wasn't at the highest mark, but there was a lot of really positives to take out of that game. Yeah,
there was, and that's what we want to do. I think there's been a lot of talk with throwing numbers behind the ball and things like that. We were adamant it's just not my style to do that, and we wanted to take them on and keep taking them on and get the lessons out of it. But also I think on reflection, that probably kept us in the game at patches as well. There's probably 20 or 30% of the game they're just so good that they got away from us. But yeah, you're right. You look at the territory game and some players that stood up against the best team in the competition. There's a lot to take away from it.
Is there any dialogue with you and players where maybe some players are going, should we throw things back and throw players back? Should we be a bit more defensive in those conversations that you have with them about why it's important to kind of keep to those structures?
No, not at all. Not at all. They're completely bought into the philosophy of trying to outscore the opposition, and team defence is very important, but it's not the way we want to play, and I've never coached that one. I don't think I ever would.
What have you made of the, conversations around the tactics in the W over the last kind of week or so? Obviously, particularly stemming from that Bulldogs game, but it's been a bit of a wider conversation about what we can do to kind of improve the quality of the games and things like that.
Yeah, it's interesting that it's a lot of it's happened in the condensed fixture part of it, and it's we'll get a lot of learnings out of that, and I'm sure at the end of the season we'll all talk about it and see what we do going forward as an industry. But yeah, the numbers behind the ball, it's just, I can only speak for myself, and it's just not in my makeup to do that. Other coaches might have different tactics that they're trying to teach their players, and we're not privy to that. But as a general philosophy for AFLW, it's really important that we take the game on and put on a good show to lift numbers that come to the game and broadcast, and we all have a vested interest in that as a collective. So it's vital that we keep doing that, and I'm sure that's the aim of all the coaches. It's just at different times, games can look a little bit different and different circumstances, and without being privy to the why and the why nots, it's really difficult to comment on it.
Do you think the competition has been able to take a step forward this season regardless of some of these concerns?
Yeah, I think if you deep dive into the numbers, the scoring's fine, and particularly with the condensed fixture as well. The main thing that's gone up is the pressure. Teams are pressuring better, they're defending better. We've noticed a significant shift in the way that players slide back behind the ball. Then the ability to take the ball forward from that is critical, and D50 to inside 50s up. So there's a lot of numbers there, and in our case, we're okay in that area as well. It's just we haven't been able to convert the opportunities we get forward, and the weekend was a classic example of that. So scores per inside 50 for us are down, and some of the teams are the same. So I think what will happen over the course of the summer is teams will now go to work on that a little bit, and that's the way the game evolves, and particularly work on their offensive game, which is probably a number of teams that need some work in that area.
110 tackles, I think it was, on the weekend. That pressure was immense, and it must be something that, again, a really proud thing to take out of that game.
Yeah, definitely. We had a target of 100, so to achieve 110 was really, really special, and it kept us in the game. And it sounds funny when you lose by that margin, but we were adamant that we just wanted to pressure them and then try and get the offense going off that. And we were able to in moments in the game, but you move the ball and they just turn it over so quick, and what they do well is they punish you on turnover, and we got smashed in that area of the game. But I was really proud of our effort and intensity, and speaking about the last little bit of the season, we've got 3 games to go, and we've got some really clear goals we've set, and one of them is pressure and then trying to get our offence going off the back of that.
Soph Hurley was one of the keys for the tackle, but also just her ball use, her attack of the footy. You must have been, we've spoken about her a bit already this year, but that looked like one of her most complete performances as well.
Yeah, definitely. She's her season has been so consistent, and she's a classic example of a player that pressures and then gets you on turnover the other way. So, yeah, she's fit and healthy, and she's got a huge workload too with her uni and her course going on as well. So, to be able to concentrate on that and then be able to perform shows she's a special player, and I'm really looking forward to what she'll bring over the next 2 or 3 seasons.
Good news that Laura Gardner seems to have avoided surgery. Does that mean there is a chance of maybe seeing her in that final round, or it's still be a bit of a cautious approach?
No, there is a chance. She'll follow protocols now and just go through what the S&C team wanted to do. But no, if she progresses as well as she is at the moment, she could be a chance for the last round. We'll just make that decision. But of course, we wouldn't take any risk with Laura, and she'd have to tick every box from between now and then to get up for round 10. But it's absolutely a chance.
And Monham, how did she pull up after the game?
Yeah, she pulled up really well. She's just gone and had a kick today. She'll train tomorrow, then we'll know tomorrow. But again, it's just zero risk with her, and so far so good this week. She's fine, but you never know with feet and what can happen. And if she gets through training and pulls up okay, she'll play. And if she gets through training and pulls up even a little bit sore, we won't take any risk.
Obviously, good memories against the Suns, getting that finals win against them last year, and hoping to probably get back in the winner's circle this weekend at Henson. Yeah,
and so are they. I know they're anxious for their first win of the season. They've been extremely unlucky. They've had I think 3 results recently that are sort of around that 2-goal margin, and they played really well against the Brisbane Lions. And our final was very special. I'm sure they'll have a bee in their bonnet about that as well. And Claudia Whitford will come back, and she plays her 50th game, so congratulations to her. But it's going to be, Henson Park will be rocking, and hopefully we can put our best foot forward. We're really looking forward to building on what we did last week and then turning that into a little bit more offence.